Wai Huskoho, Efi Snoxtil, and Chai Squeeze Chahusket, Kintel Penticton, Kintel Inchimit. Good morning. My name is Joseph Pierre. I come from Penticton here, Penticton, and Inchimit, or Osuyus. I'd like to welcome you here this morning to this wonderful event that we're hosting here in Penticton. I'll do a quick translation of what Penticton means. Penticton means, in the Okanagan Nation language, or in Silchin or in Kelchin as it's pronounced, it means a place to stay forever. So this is a wonderful place for you to come and enjoy. And hopefully one part of you will stay forever so that will return to our beautiful region here and enjoy the many splendors we have to offer you. What I will be doing this morning, I will be doing an honor song to honor all of you here for coming and experiencing this within our traditional territory, the territory of the Seal people, the Okanagan Nation. And I will be doing a bit of other welcoming as well. So I'm going to be doing that song right now for you. It is a drum song, and I will explain what the song means after I'm finished it. The song that I shared with you is the Okanagan Welcoming Song. And we use that song within any of our traditional protocols that we use. And what that song is there for and what it means is it means we are Okanagan. The Okanagan people would use that song when we traveled, anywhere within our territory and outside of our territory. And what that song means when we travel into a new community is we are Okanagan people, we are the Seal people, and we're coming in, and we're hopefully coming in with the best intentions, with open hearts and open minds. We also use that during our ceremonies as well. And what it does, and what the drum does, is it calls in the other side, calls in our ancestors to witness the events that will happen within that ceremony that we are doing. So what I did that song for you today is to welcome you here, welcome you into the Seal territory, into the Okanagan Nation, as well as to welcome in your ancestors that come with you. Have them come in with you so that you come to this event here with open hearts and open minds, that you receive the knowledge that you're going to be learning within this conference over the next 3 days with that open heart and open mind, so that knowledge that you receive is cherished and shared on and continued on. Within Okanagan people, what we do with our youth, with our young ones, with our chuchamalas, our children, is we start to teach them at a very young age on how to be leaders and the leadership qualities that come with it. And the qualities like public speaking, like what I'm doing here. I'm very young for sitting on council. I was elected at 20 years old for my first term and served 4 years on chief and council. I just won my second term on chief and council. I'll be serving another 4 years. And I'm really grateful to do that. On behalf of our chief, Almikhwa Minkwa Sulami, Chief Jonathan Kruger, I'd like to welcome you here and the rest of council from our band, our local band here, which is the Penticton Indian Band. Everything on the other side of the river channel that goes on just this side of the community, everything on that side there is the Penticton Indian Band. So what we teach our kids is how to be leaders and how to speak. Speak from your heart, speak from your mind, because that is the best way to transmit the knowledge you have and to share that knowledge on with others. So as our kids grow up and they enter the schools, they still have that teaching happening at home, as well as the teaching that goes on within our public school system and our cultural school systems as well. We do have a cultural school on our reserve. We teach the provincial curriculum, so our students are fulfilled with the provincial needs so they can get their dogwood certificate here in the province and move on to post-secondary institutes like yours. But we also teach our kids the culture, being a cultural school. And our kids learn as much culture as we can. We try to teach them the instruction so it doesn't go away with our ancestors. Because a lot of our ancestors are leaving us now, a lot of our elders are leaving us. We want to keep that knowledge here, keep it alive. So we teach our kids how to be these speakers. In the high school system, they kind of lose their way a little bit, we find. And when they leave, they're usually the quiet ones in the back classroom that don't really speak out or don't use the voice that they've been trained to use. And that's one thing that I feel that public post-secondary institutes like your very own here helps them accomplish, is when they move on to your post-secondary institutes, they start to find that voice again, that reason to share. And that is one thing that we really need is for our youth to do, is when they go out and they go into your institutes, they learn that voice. I learned that voice when I left and went out to my institutes. I'm a proud graduate of BCIT in the film program, and as well as a grad graduate of Vancouver Island University in Nanaimo. I had those great opportunities provided by my band to go out and learn and to come back home with the ability to share from the knowledge I received and the knowledge that I received from post-secondary and the knowledge I received from my elders and my parents. And to bring that forward with me as a leader. And it took people and institutes like you to help that happen. I'm very happy that you're here to talk about things that are going right, but also to talk about the threats, the things that are going wrong in your institutes. To learn from one another so that you don't have to make the same mistakes. And that's what you're here doing. I applaud you on that. My nation applauds you on that. Because it helps everyone accomplish what we need as we move on. Statistics Canada came out just a few weeks ago with their stats from the 2011 census. And it shows that the Aboriginal population is the fastest growing population in Canada. We are the fastest growing. We reached over 1 million people who consider themselves either Métis, Inuit, or Aboriginal, or First Nations people. Over 1 million. I think the number is about 1.5 million now. In the last several censuses, it was below that number. It was below 1 million people. The age median also for the Aboriginal population is really young. Our age median is 25 years old. I am younger than our age median. I am 24. I'm just about at the age median, which means half our population in Aboriginal communities is below 25. But also, with that, they are moving through the school system, and they are looking for what their future can hold. And your institutes are one thing that their future can hold. So they're moving into your schools. So I hope that you share with each other on ways of increasing your Aboriginal populations within your schools. Because we have a large population and it is growing fast. We witness that within even our own cultural school we have here. We teach from junior kindergarten all the way up to grade 8 in our cultural school provided on the reserve. The highest population is in junior kindergarten all the way up to about grade 4. Each one of those classrooms has about 20 students in there. The classrooms above grade 4 are almost knitted together as shared classrooms because the student population is quite low in those classrooms. Yes, we do know we do lose some of our students into the school district itself, and they try to carry on the teaching with the Aboriginal program within the school district. We have an Aboriginal Planning Council that the Okanagan College sits as an ancillary member on in our school district. And we are very blessed to have that because they're able to come in and listen to the concerns that are happening within our school district here, that the Penticton Indian Band voices, that the Métis Association, the Friendship Center's voice within that planning council. And the Okanagan College get to hear that. They get to bring that back into the college fold and try to develop courses that interest our students. Not all of our students are book learners. Not all our students are book learners. I just happen to be one of those book learners. But it wasn't completely book learning because I took film and I took computer courses. So So it was the book learning, but it was also the tactile learning, learning with your hands. And that's what we used to do in our cultures, is we were learning with our hands. And that culture is still strongly within us. We've only had to change from our culture in the past 400 to 200 years to move up to our current sitting right now. So that memory within ourselves, within our history is still there. And our students feel that they excel better at the things that you do with your hands. So courses offered in the construction industry, in the trades, are something our students excel at because it's something that we would do within our traditional knowledge. And it's institutes like yours that help create those. Okanagan College is a prime example. They have a wonderful trades program here, and we're really happy when they accept our students into it. We love that they help save seats for as many Aboriginal students as possible, because we know those students will get a career out of going to that post-secondary institute. And hopefully with that career, it can start to help them get over the atrocities that happen to us as people. 200 years of residential school is still affecting us. And we are trying as much as possible to overcome those 200 years. It's going to be slow. It's going to be slow. It's 200 years. But we are trying to move forward. We are trying to move forward. And knowledge is a way of moving forward. So whether our students learn through the books or whether our students learn with using their hands in your post-secondary institutes, they are learning. They are learning more things than they know. And it's helping to heal them. It's helping to heal their souls as they move forward. It's helping them to be better people within their communities and to bring their communities up. I just happen to be a prime example of that. After going to my post-secondary institutes, I was able to come back and help my community with the knowledge I've learned. Both with the knowledge I learned from my family and my elders, and the knowledge I learned from being out in the world and experiencing things. I got to bring those forward and help my community. Volunteer with my youth so that they see there are other things to do than just live on the reserves. And with the help that you offer, with that knowledge base, with the house of learnings you have at your institutes, that's one thing that helps me going to Vancouver Island University, is going to that house of learning that they have there. Having those rooms available to our Aboriginal population so they feel like their community is there. Aboriginal population, we live within our community. Our community is our family, and our family is our community. For your institute to create that family energy within the institutes is more welcoming to us. We find it a lot easier to go to school when we have that family component there. And having those house of learning, those rooms that we can go to get help, to see and meet other Aboriginal people from around Canada, meet other Indigenous people from around the world, and meet just other people in general in a safe environment really help us so that we feel like a community there at your school. And when we feel like a community, like I said, it's like family. And when we learn really well from our family, and it helps us take in that knowledge and move forward. So with that, I'd like to welcome you here to Penticton, a place to stay forever. Hopefully a bit of our knowledge here stays with you as you move on. Hopefully you come back and experience our wonderful weather. I do know it's a little overcast. It was beautiful weather yesterday. So come back, enjoy us in the summertime. We have wonderful festivals that we do offer here, wonderful wine industry, wonderful cultural industries within the various areas in the Okanagan Territory and the Okanagan Nation itself. So please, come back to the place that you stay forever, the place that will always be. Enjoy your time here. Learn from one another. Talk to one another. Enjoy theories. Enjoy the lessons. And have a blessed time. Lim Lim.